Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So ETH tries to maximize here the resistance level. 1647 is the key level here for circle wave 2. Yeah, so basically the two scenarios we're tracking. Oops, we've got a bearish one and a bullish one. The bearish one certainly getting challenged right now, but not invalidated. So at the moment we're tracking here 5 waves down into the September lows. A complex 3-wave move to the upside to round about 1647, 1648 at the moment. That level might be broken the way it's going right now. Yeah, so showed some short-term strength here. And if we see a break above this resistance box, then it's quite likely that we will retest 1664 next. I don't know what's going on. 1664 next, and then even 1700. So at the moment, while this is a bit more aggressive to the upside than I would like to see in the yellow wave count, it certainly does not yet change anything significantly. Really nothing on the chart when we talk about the more significant wave degrees and structures. We've been tracking the yellow wave count now for a while. That should send us down lower over the coming weeks. But as I mentioned before and have been mentioning over recent weeks, if we see a break above 1700, that would shift the odds towards the white wave count. Now, that first of all would only mean that we likely see 5 waves up. That is not enough to say that the price has put a lasting low in place. So based on the white wave count, we would now be in a third wave. But again, we haven't even broken resistances. So for the white wave count, we would be targeting roughly probably sort of 1780, the 1.618 extension of the wave 1. That's something to track as a potential diagonal. It can't really be an impulse. It would only be a diagonal at best anyway. So again, it's a messy structure. That's why I don't trust it at this stage. And remember, we've had these situations before where we want to be careful not to call a low too early, just because the resistance level of a small wave degree is broken. So what we're watching for next is for the price to test 1648. It did that already. A break above that level, 1664 is going to be next resistance, and then $1,700. Again, above that level, we might target that third wave target basically, okay? But what does that mean? I mean, the white wave count would first of all only mean it's 5 waves up. That's not even enough to say that we have had a lasting low in place here on the 11th of September. We need 5 waves up and 3 waves down for that, okay? So always try to make you aware of different scenarios that are likely. I showed you that many times now, that it could simply mean a reset of the B wave. There are plenty of other options how a lasting top or a more significant top could be formed here, which could still result in another low, okay? So therefore, we are watching for 5 waves up and 3 waves down. Again, my strategy, I'm not going to take an aggressive long position until I've seen 5 waves up, 3 waves down here, because then I can take or set a tight stop loss. What I have done and have been doing and will do is buying the dips, basically spot positions, adding to my core positions. And if we see suddenly these 5 waves fill in, then we'll probably take some partial profits and then just buy the wave 2 and set a tight stop for an aggressive trade into the maybe $3,000 region. But we haven't even broken $1,700, the $1,700 level yet, which is the key level really that distinguishes between the yellow wave count and the white wave count. Okay, so broadly speaking, we're still here in the overall range. What is noteworthy though is that ETH is breaking above this trend line. Yeah? So that's something to note, that is more bullish than the yellow immediate or the more imminent yellow micro count would allow for. So we are currently maxing out resistance here. And yeah, unfortunately, we're a little bit in no man's land now. So just ranging here, up and down, up and down. Bit of a roller coaster, it looks like, yeah. Bit of a roller coaster. And yeah, I think the levels are fairly clear. So bigger picture, nothing has changed, at least not yet. Because what we need to pay attention to is if the price gets rejected below $1,700. So short-term bearish option. What do we have available? For the bears, we should turn around to the downside here to keep circle wave 2 alive. So first of all, you can see that off the August high, we had a wave 1 to the downside, a wave 2 to the upside. Within this third wave to the downside, okay, we have circle wave 1 completed here, end of September, and wave 2 could be in the making now. Next could be a circle wave 3, 4, 5. For this scenario to remain likely, we should turn to the downside now immediately. Because we're pushing so hard against resistance, I think this may get invalidated now. Okay, what else do we have available? Well, the only other option for the bears then would be that we say it might reset this wave 2, but that will get very unlikely above the $1,700 level. Yeah. It could simply be that what we're dealing with here is WXY in this wave 2, and as long as we are below 1,700, this could simply come down still like that. Okay, so it would simply again be a reset of another wave 2. We would lose one wave degree, which is circle wave 2. Only above $1,700, I will start to take the yellow wave count off the chart, and then we would be taking the white wave count very seriously, which however could simply be a high B wave. Okay, so from that point of view, from up there, we could then start another 5-wave move to the downside in the yellow wave count basically. Okay, so this would be another bearish option, 5 waves down, because the wave B in yellow could simply be a larger A, B, C flat structure in which the C wave would be an ending diagonal. So we've got that. And then, however, if we see after 5 waves up, 3 waves down, which would be a corrective wave pattern, that is the setup really that could take ETH to the $3,000 region. But we'll see. You know, it's worth being skeptical about it until we see it. So that's why I don't take any aggressive long positions until I see that fill in. So yeah, that's basically the situation. Still in this broader range here. And yeah, the levels should be clear. And let's see how this plays out. I think the next few days we should know more. Today, I haven't followed this really in detail, but obviously we had GDP figures and Jerome Powell is speaking. I need to look it up. I don't know actually but that was scheduled for today. And tomorrow we've got a core PCE inflation data. So it's a bit of volatility expected on these 2 days. So yeah, that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.